Man, I am so tired of people making excuses for this game.
Hello, start this gangsta stuff. Mr. Hunter, thanks, I'm good. Hello, I started this gangsta stuff.
How's it hanging, dudes? My name is Sean, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution Site B documentary preparation video slash update talk, or update bitching. you know what we do, right? Again, this video I'm going to keep it 100% honest with you guys and explain to you exactly how I feel, but we will go through a list of either, I guess, confirmed or very likely to be within the update that we're going to be getting, which should be coming soon. I don't care what any other larger YouTubers say. But first, let's talk about the documentary. That's right, guys. So most of you guys probably came here because the update was in the title, but at the same time, let's talk a little bit about the documentary. So we know that the Velociraptors, which are tranquilized somewhere, and I gotta get them out of here. The last video, the Velociraptors destroyed my entire flock, and that was just everything, really. And that was just to showcase that the update needs to happen before this documentary can happen. No matter how far away they are, they will find the dinosaurs eventually, and they will just kill mercilessly. Everything kills like an Indominus Rex. Luckily, that should be fixed. However, what we're going to be doing today is pretty much just literally refilling our park. I mean, almost all of our Gallimimus is dead or migrated. Almost all of our, almost every single one of our Myosaurs was annihilated, so I had to get them back. We only have like one or two Edmontosaurus. We're going to get some more of those. Yeah, release in progress. Okay, let's go ahead and do a couple Edmontosaurus. We're also going to be doing a terraforming video, not this video, unfortunately, but we will be doing a terraforming video, trying to make everything right. We're going to try to get like the Stegosauruses from the Lost World or the Jurassic JP3. Sorry, it's escaping me right now. I just watched the movie like 2 nights ago too. We need lifespan. Here we go. All right, now incubate. So yeah, we're also going to be terraforming the Rex nest and the Spinosaurus nest. Yes, in the documentary there will be both Spinosaurus and the T-Rexes, right? Okay, all right. Let's see, where was that raptor at? Where was the rapti at? The raptor? I know he's around here somewhere. Somewheres. Aha. And we are going to just sell you. Yep. And I don't know where the other one's at. I think I've already sold that one. Yeah. Where was that at? Okay. We also have a timeline for the documentary. Roughly, it's not set in stone, and things might switch up. Unfortunately, we don't have a timeline for the updates for Jurassic World Evolution, a AAA title that costs $60. But I do have a timeline for the documentary. It's largely based on when their update comes. When the first update comes, we will start filming immediately for episode 1 and 2. Before then, we will have. I'll put the timeline up on the screen. That way, you can see roundabout dates and stuff like that. However, hopefully we'll be able to get a teaser out, and then maybe just a discussion or a podcast, something like that, just talking with the narrator, me, and whoever else is involved in the project that they want to be on there. We'll have like a little tiny podcast for that, kind of extra hype for the documentary, talking about the documentary, what kind of work went into the documentary, showcasing the file, stuff like that. Hopefully it doesn't get leaked to Reddit, the file. A few people have the file in their hands, so... Oh, that's stressful, right? That's stressful. Sorry, we need to be moving around here, don't we? What's our dinosaurs going on right here? So yeah, the documentary is coming along fine. We have to do a Nublar episode, which might be coming up next. So yeah, gotta do a Nublar episode just because there's not nighttime, there's not dusk, and there's not dawn on Sorna, so we're gonna have to make like some mock Site B, I guess film studio spots on Nublar, right? So yeah, we're gonna have to do that. For any of you who didn't watch the last video, the Raptor's Nest, I show you guys what our Raptor Nest is going to look like. One of our subscribers said that one of the Raptor's Nest should have a river flowing through it from, I think it was a JP3, right? And I think that's correct. So we will actually get a little bit of some water going here, just a little bit. What's happening now? Who's mad? Who's mad? Who's mad? Nobody's mad. Stop being mad. Stop. Really? Myosaurus? You know, grumpy ass bitchosaurus. Alright. Okay, where'd the Myosaur go? Where did the Myosaur go? Also, we have took off all the music. It's just background sound effects. That's for the documentary. I gotta get used to playing like that. I've also locked the cursor to the screen. Oh, there it is. Add task. Okay, there we go. Now it's gonna be tranquilized. And there should be enough Myosaurs out here. That's weird. Why is he all angry and grumpy? Let's get another one going on. Just in case. Just in case. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about doing some filming on Nublar to get some night shots and stuff like that. The documentary timeline, you now have it, or at least a rough estimate. Will, you know, when the podcast happens, we'll hopefully you know, have a better way to go about. So, all right, so long overdue. Let's go ahead and I guess start bitching again, right? Everybody knows that I am 100% honest. Death toll is scaring your guests. Well, I mean, he's got to. Look, he's got to be tranquilized. Okay, I'm sorry. Bye bye. So, what's supposed to be in the update, or what's likely to be, or what's already confirmed? So, the following: we know we're supposed to have be able to cancel incubations. Right now, I would be able to come over here and cancel incubation. Carnivores hunt based off their hunger. Let's see. Lifespans will be elongated, lengthened. Newly hatched Spinos will have the JP3 roar. Let's see here. It's supposed to storm on Nublar now. Guests won't teleport inside enclosures. There's supposed to be some more sandbox tools. I'm not sure what that is, whether it's, you know, terrain tools or whatever. Let's hope so. And yeah, but let's be honest here for just one freaking second. All that stuff shouldn't even have... it should have been a day one patch, but furthermore, it should have been in the base game. Now, of course, there's nothing we can do about that, so that's just me bellyaching the bellyache, which some people don't like, but at the same time, I'm the only one doing it, right? Even Bastion uploaded a video today talking about how he was wrong to say that the update should come soon and blah 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 blah. Pretty much saying sorry, and oh, it makes me want to puke. It really does, because there's a guy right now, a very dear friend of mine, who's making a game all by himself, and the game's coming along great. Now, of course, it's not a AAA title and it's an indie game. But he's doing all the work by himself. He's self-taught, and he just started less than a month ago. Okay. So if you know what you're doing, it's not as difficult as what you might suspect making a game. Especially when you're making it on an engine that you developed yourself, and you have an entire development team to do so. So, yeah, all that stuff should have been in the base game. The day one patch should have fixed a lot of the bugs. And then we should have had... you know, which they could have had paid DLC. Wait, hold on a second. Now, which feeder was out? Oh, that feeder. This feeder needs to be deleted anyway. Nobody cares about this feeder. Okay, so where was I? Oh, yeah, regurgitation. So, yeah, one thing I do want to say is don't make excuses for Frontier, and don't listen to anybody who does make excuses for Frontier. Well, I'm not saying... I don't want to trash on them, you know. I don't want to trash on them. This reason why I labeled that last video, that one video, satire, is because technically it was a satire. They're not as bad as what Star Wars has done in The Last Jedi and, you know, Soy Wars, sorry. But, however, I don't want to hear people say it's hard to make games or it takes time to make games. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to make games. I got you. But that's also your job. And it's not hard to make games if you're good at it. It's not hard to make games if you have an entire development team dedicated to making games. Especially park builder games, which is your forte. So, we shouldn't be idle. We should not be idle. We shouldn't say, sorry, Frontier, for expecting an update. No, this is an update that's supposed to happen. I don't want to be entitled, but we are entitled. Because they've made better games before. Where do they get off with this kind of quality of a game? And then that wouldn't even be a big deal, the game being is the way it is. But the fact that it took them a month because somebody's on vacation, which you could easily have somebody else fill that role. Anyway, entire month to even have any sort of contact with us. Then you release update for Planet Coaster. Then you tweet about Planet Coaster, and then you finally tweet about a live stream for Jurassic World Evolution, and then people do nothing but trash you for it. And then Colin Trevorrow comes on your live stream and says, "Oh, the update's gonna be great." The dude doesn't play it. Come on. He doesn't know about like the Mamenchiansaurus being a Brachiosaurus photo and like he doesn't know that kind of stuff. And even if he did, so what? It's just PR spin, and the fact that they still didn't give us a timeline or any definite dates. But don't say sorry. We expected this. We shouldn't have expected this update so soon. Yes, we should have. It should have been a day one update, a day one patch is what it should have been. All this stuff included, and on top of that, they literally say themselves that there are to be multiple updates within the coming weeks. Now, they don't say if those weeks are supposed to be stretched over a year or 3 years until the next movie. They don't say that. What they do say is multiple updates within the coming weeks. It's been a month and a half. Okay? There are 2 developers working on Parkosaurus, for example. And they are constantly updating that game. Constantly. So, of course, it's not released yet, but they are still have a Discord server. They sit there and they talk to you. The developers themselves will DM you and talk to you about your concerns with the game. They update it. There's 2 people. Again, I know a person who is making a game, and he's doing it all by himself. Okay, so when you have an entire group of people who is dedicated to making games and very good at making games, it enrages me when people want to make excuses for them, and they want to, and people want to phrase it as if, well, we have to be patient with them, and we don't want to rush them, and we want to have a good game, and the game should take the next 3 years to get what we should have had from the beginning. No, that's a cash grab. That is a cash grab, and I don't care about their other games. I don't care about Frontier's other games. What's that? The one that they update once every 6 months. I don't care about that one. Planco is how they should treat Jurassic World Evolution, because there is a community larger than the theme park community for Jurassic World Evolution, for dinosaurs themselves. It's not only could you have made triple, quadruple the money, but if the game would have been perfect, I don't want to say perfect, because nothing's perfect, right? But if the game would have had all this stuff that's supposed to be coming in this update at launch, then you could have actual paid DLC. Because I'm telling you right now, if we have to pay for any one of these updates after they've done made millions of dollars off of us and given us a beta game, yes, it's a beta game. It's the basic core is there. Even Bastion said himself, most AAA games give you the core game. They give you the core game. They give you the meat, the lettuce, the tomato, the onion, and the buns. They give you the core game. And then, as DLC and updates come, that's the mustard and the ketchup and the mayo. Okay, those are condiments. You don't give us 2 buns and then say, well, in 2 months or 3 months we might give you the meat, and then a few months after that we might give you the lettuce, and then a few months after that we might give you the onion, and then 2 years later we might give you the condiments. Like, that's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. Like, I've said it a couple times already. Let me use an Alex Becker analogy for all of you guys. And a lot of you guys understand where I'm coming from. It's in my comment section all the time. Like, we are like the small bastion of YouTube that's literally we are like the vocal group for a large minority, if not a majority, who feel the exact same way. You can go on any of their Twitter posts, just watch one of their Twitch live streams for Jurassic World Evolution. People do nothing but complain constantly. People on Reddit complain constantly, and the reason why is because it's not the game we were supposed to get. And saying, oh, well, let's just wait and take our time. And let's not rush them and stuff like that. And well, you know, I shouldn't have said that it's supposed to be coming. No, they say within weeks that this stuff's supposed to be coming. Oh my God. All right, so yeah, don't let Frontier make excuses, guys. Don't let anybody make excuses for Frontier. Because it's unfounded. It's unfounded. Your job is to make a game. Your job is not to make the Alex Becker analogy. Yes, okay, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and do this Alex Becker analogy. I don't know if you've ever seen Alex Becker's channel, but he does a pretty good job. So let's say that Frontier is a restaurant. Okay, let's say that Frontier is a restaurant, and let's say that they are known for having the best potatoes around. Okay, the best potatoes. Now, potatoes is an analogy for park builder games. Okay, so Frontier is the restaurant. Potatoes is the park builder games. Okay, the games that they're known for, the potatoes that they are known for. And you go to this restaurant all the time. You eat at this restaurant constantly. You're at least once a day. You come to this restaurant and you sit down and you meal all over these potatoes because they're the best potatoes. They've made the best potatoes for years, right? They're the gold standard of potato makers at this restaurant that's run by Frontier, right? They make the best potatoes. Okay, so then one day you come in and you know, they've been advertising these new potatoes. We're gonna have great new potatoes. New potatoes are coming. Everybody look at all these live stream potatoes, and look at interviews at the chefs, the potato makers. Look at all these. Look at all this great stuff. Look, we're flying potato aficionados out to LA to eat our potatoes, and so they can rave about how good the potatoes are, and they say, oh great, oh the potatoes are so great. So then you're like, oh yeah, I'm hyped up for these new potatoes. Every time they release new potatoes, they're so good, they're so great. I love these potatoes. Then you go over, right, and you sit down, and the waiter comes in and he throws a heaping pile of cold mush that's supposed to be the potatoes that you was advertised for and been waiting for and been hoping for this entire time. And then you eat the potato, and the potato's cold, and it's not seasoned properly. And, you know, it is a potato, but it's not the potatoes that they're known for. It's not they used to have the butter on the potatoes, and the salt on the potatoes, and the pepper, and the rosemary, and the potatoes used to be roasted to perfection. Not this pile of mush, you know, potatoes that, you know, these potatoes just are lackluster. They don't taste right. You know what I mean? But then the waiter comes over and goes, "Sir, do you have a problem?" You're like, "Yes, my potatoes are not what I advertised for. What's wrong with these potatoes? You know, these potatoes are not the potatoes that I have always eaten here." He goes, "Sir, there's nothing wrong with these potatoes. We're tweaking the recipe, and the recipe might be tweaked 3 months from now. So, you know, we're sorry." We're like, "Well, my potatoes are cold now. Can't you just heat them up and tweak the recipe now? Throw a little extra salt on there?" Then the waiter goes away for a month, and then comes back for a month and says, "Well, we're still not sure when we're going to tweak the recipe, and but we just want to let you know that we are going to tweak the recipe, and soon the potatoes will come out and they'll be warm." I was like, "Well, what about my meal now? The meal that I'm having now, I can't do anything about." Well, what we're not going to do is we're not going to refund you your meal. But what you can do is wait for the new batch of potatoes to be warm and perfectly seasoned. But that doesn't do anything for the potatoes I have now. See what I'm saying? So I don't want to have to wait. These potatoes that were advertised for months with interviews with the chefs and everybody, all these potato aficionados coming out, potato connoisseurs saying, oh, raving about these potatoes, saying, oh, how great these potatoes are going to be. These potatoes are going to be amazing. And then you finally eat the potatoes, and they're not the potatoes that you thought that you were going to get. Correct? Then they go, well, your expectations were too high. You overhyped your expectation for these potatoes, and so that's your fault, and you don't get to criticize us. Making potatoes is hard. You know, we're chefs, and our job is to make these potatoes, and we made these potatoes. It was like, oh, well, the potato company was rushing us to get these potatoes made, and made quickly. You know, potato company's universal. It's like, well, you signed that contract with that potato company, and you knew what that potato company would do. So now you should still cook the potatoes properly. It's a little bit of pressure. So what? Put more people in the kitchen, put more people in the development room, right? These potatoes were not advertised properly, and if they in the advertisement that we got, all these people saying all these potatoes are going to be so amazing, these potatoes are going to be great. Well, guess what? The potatoes aren't great, and they look at you like, well, your expectation for the potatoes were too high. That's your problem. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't overhyped your expectation for the potatoes. It's like, no, there was plenty of interviews and plenty of hype from the restaurateur, from the chefs themselves, right? They're the ones who are hyping up the potatoes, and now potatoes are cold, and I don't want to have to wait 3 months for seasoned potatoes, right? Especially when your job is to make potatoes. So yeah, and you know, guess what? It's like, well, sir, you know, we've always been expecting potatoes to be at our table at a certain time, and all the people around you go, hey, you just need to wait for your potatoes. Calm down. Why are you expecting your potatoes so soon? I was like, no, I'm not expecting my potatoes soon. I'm expecting them on time. I'm expecting from the potatoes at the time that they said that they'd be ready, and they're not ready. They say, well, don't rush us. Making potatoes is hard. Well, actually, your job is to make potatoes. And as many potatoes as you've made, it shouldn't be that hard when you have so many people in the kitchen to make all these potatoes. Okay. So that's the Alex Becker analogy. I hope that kind of made sense. The restaurant is Frontier. Potatoes is the Park Builder Games. And the restaurant didn't make the best potatoes, and it's our fault for expecting the potatoes to be perfectly seasoned. So no. And the only thing I have to say about that is, while Frontier, if you're listening, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that you give us the you know, the dish that we were waiting for. I hope that, and I hope that doesn't take until the next Jurassic World game to come out. And you know, this would have been a whole lot easier if they just would have released it under alpha or beta instead of saying it was a fully functioning game, which it was not. It just wasn't. So that's how I feel about that, guys. I don't want to leave it too much on a downside, because there is the update coming, and we're supposed to have all the stuff in the update. And if they make good on that, well, the game can only go up from there. It's at rock bottom now. We have to get, you know, I mean, there's bottom of the barrel, and then if you lift up the barrel, there's Jurassic World Evolution. So we have to get to the bottom of the barrel first to climb out of the barrel. And yeah, Bastion Slot's probably right. It's probably going to take 2 or 3 years before this game is what we need it to be. Good news is, I'm going to be right here making sure it's that way every step of the way. For like it or not, for better or for worse, people who don't like it, that's, guess what? That's your problem. You know, some of my other counterparts, you know, they haven't been gaining as many subs, and they haven't, you know, and some of their videos aren't getting as much, and one person's not even uploading anymore, and they're my buddies, and I wish them the best of luck. But I'm still growing, and you know why? It's because I'm speaking the truth. I'm telling it like it is. Don't coddle Frontier. Don't make excuses for them. Wish them the best of luck, and you know, let's give them constructive criticism where we can. You guys can let me take the heat for being an asshole, you know, because I am an asshole. But brutal honesty is the only way. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys like always. I'm in the comment section after every single video, and I'll see you in the next one.
You had me at hello.
Oh, baby, you got what I need.